Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are all good today. Hope you've had a good weekend. For those in the UK, you are having a good May Day. Yeah, today's a bit of an impromptu stream. So I did intend on playing yesterday, but it was a fairly busy day for me yesterday. So obviously being new to streaming, I obviously I've got my setup, I've got this, I've got that. But I felt my desk was a little bit too small, so I've got one of those kind of IKEA desks where you got the drawers and then you have the desk top, like the wood, which is a separate piece, so you can kind of move it around as you wish. And it was I say it was okay size. It just wasn't as big as I wanted it, so. I actually went to IKEA yesterday with my dad, who is in town, and we picked up a bigger sized desk. So yesterday was a lot of moving around, doing this, doing that, and then because I'm a big fan of Formula One, I don't watch it live on Sky. I end up just watching it on the highlights. So I ended up just sitting back watching that. So I didn't really have enough time to kind of put a stream in and then watch that because yeah, I did have a bit of a hankering in playing a little bit of U-Boat, which I am going to be playing today anyway. So but yeah, so it's been a good couple of days actually. I've just had a nice chill, and yeah, just relaxing with the old man. I've in spare time I have been playing through the Borderlands series, and it was either yesterday or the day before. It might be the day before. I finished the pre-sequel, which I thought was really good actually. I know it did get a lot of stick when it first came out. It wasn't as long as I thought it would be, but if anything, it just felt like a very, very, very long DLC for the second game. So yeah, I thought it was pretty decent, and now I've started Borderlands 3, and it feels like a completely different franchise. Really, really good though. I'm really enjoying that. So yeah, but today I'm just feeling a little bit of U-Boat. I don't know how long I will be streaming for today. I have got Patrol 6 set up, but depending on how well that goes, and depending on how long we have been streaming for, I might even jump into Patrol 7 straight away. So I don't know yet. I don't know, but I'll just play it by ear. Yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to get cracking on. When we left the stream off last time, we did get back just before Christmas. It was December 23rd. So the crew have had a fairly long period of rest. They say they have done well over the last couple of patrols as well. I did make a bit of a boo-boo though, which was because I completed a mission to go to Bear Island, which is just north of Scandinavia. I managed to get 2 reputation points, which they can be used at your HQ to research additional things, and I say I've not really done that part of the game yet. I say I haven't really got that far. I ended up making a bit of a boo-boo and letting every one of the crew go to a really good vacation, because it gave a buff to any research that's been done. But I didn't know that you couldn't do the research afterwards, so I had to do the research before. So yeah, that was a bit of a boo-boo. So yeah, the game's just loaded in. So obviously this is the U-Boat, this is U-48. So this is what we should have done before letting our crew go on to their vacation last time. So we're going to go to what's new in the HQ. We're going to click a new operation, and then there's going to be a few operations we can look at. So there's an armoured conning tower. There's build Helgoland pens, which I don't think I want to be doing. Days to complete is 30 days. And that is just off our... so that's just a Helgoland Island is a useful spot for our U-boats to resupply without going all the way into the German mainland, but its proximity to Great Britain makes the stationing U-boats vulnerable to an incoming air raid. We could build a bunker that would protect our U-boats from this danger. So I'm not going to do that. I don't think that's really of an importance at the moment. There's the ammunition production, the accumulators, the equipment production, improved toilets, armoured conning tower, and sonar decoys. So we don't actually have enough for that, which they would be really, really good. Attempts to complete this before 1941 will take twice more time. I am inclined to do this in the very near future, but I don't think... I'm not sure if I should hold out and do that, because the decoys would be very, very nice to be using, say, because we have had a couple of occasions over the last few patrols that we've pretty much nearly had our trousers around our ankles. So yeah, but yeah, I did make a bit of a mistake last time where I should have picked something here before setting our troops off into our patrol. So let's just have a look. So we've got the hydrophone KDB. There's an improved torpedo pistols, which is the pistol at the front of the torpedo, so it will make it so there's less duds. Warning: this work is in early stages of development. Attempts to complete it before the 10th of January 1940 will take twice more time. Now we aren't we quite close to the 10th of January, or is that European time? I think it's European time, that is, isn't it? Yeah, it would be European time. So that'll be the 1st of October. So, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to look at anything for the moment for the HQ. In fact, I don't know. Let's have a little bit more of a nose. So improved weather forecast. So that is something that we did last time as well. So the weather station that we've launched is providing us with useful data. For some time now, we could use that data to provide the U-boats with more useful weather forecasts and allow the navigators to conserve fuel in some appropriate planning. Okay, I don't think I want to be doing that. There is the improved toilets, which what does that do? While our U-boats are impressively capable of staying at large depth for a long time, there is one nagging issue that often leads our crew to irrationally move out of their safe depth. This issue is our current toilet design, as it's functional only at small depths. There are many ways to address this issue, but it was neglected so far. Present of a veteran officer that would explain the weight of this improvement would help to allocate more resources to developing better hydraulic systems that would work on a greater depth. Okay, I don't think I want to be doing that yet. I don't think having a better toilet would be better. So yeah, so we don't want to be doing anything there. I don't think we need to really worry about the ammunition production as of yet. The accumulators, there's ongoing research in Hanover that could potentially improve the effective capacity of accumulators on our U-boat. Right, okay, so I'm not going to be touching that, I don't think. So I am a little bit... I mean, I'm tempted for this. I am tempted for this, although we haven't really had much failures over the last few patrols anyway, so I don't think that's really important for the moment. The hydrophone could be quite interesting, although we don't have enough research points. So as we've not really got much research points to play with anyway, I think what we're going to do, we are going to leave the HQ at the moment, and we're just going to see what we can get on the next patrol. So, what's this? So there's a free roam. Having this right would allow us to leave ports without any assignments at headquarters. Increase officer limit to on board by 6. I mean, that could be really, really nice. Allows us to run 2 missions in headquarters simultaneously. They could be quite nice as well, although I don't. I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna hold out for the at first. I think I'm gonna collect a few more, and then we'll see where we're at. So the cruise training, I think we're fine. We're gonna just see what orders there are at HQ. So there's espionage at Portsmouth Port. So your goal will be to transport a spy unharmed to the coordinates at 50.82 north, 0.91 west near Portsmouth Port. You may get additional orders at this point to help spy with carrying out his mission. So we'll get 8,000 credits and 50%, so half a point in reputation, and we'll get Karl Heinz Stock. If I pronounced that correctly, most likely didn't. Now the thing is, that's in Portsmouth Port. Now I don't really like going through the English Channel. It's horrendous going through there. So I think even though it's low difficulty, I don't think I'm going to go through that. The tonnage war. So this could be something that we could look at. The tonnage war. So the British Empire's largest weakness is the inconnectivity and dependence on a naval trade. Our U-boat forces are specially capable of striking at its weak spot by blocking major trade routes. So we could go do a patrol area in AM 26 and AM 38 just to see if we can actually land anything. Additional is sink any enemy trade ships and total gross tonnage of 7,000, and then intelligence increase activity of enemy aircrafts was recently noticed in this area. So there's a lot going on over there, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. So I'll consider it, but I'm not too sure. This one has got a high difficulty, so this has got a lot going on there as well. And this is at AM 88 and BF 24, so it is fairly close. And the issue that I kind of got there is if I go around the UK, and then I've got to try and make sure I've got enough fuel for the return journey, because I say a previous stream I did have to cut through the channel and it was just diabolical. So there is the attack on Scarpa Flow, which is at the north of Scotland. That's something that we could maybe look at, but it is a high difficulty as well, so I don't think I want to be looking at that as of yet. There is the Enigma recovery. Find a U-boat wreck, send a diver and recover the Enigma machine. So a matter of survival. I don't know what that does completely. Yeah, so it doesn't tell me there. It gives me 2 reputation points and 8,000 in our budget. And then there is the minefield, which is on the east coast of the UK. I'm not sure if I want to be touching any of that, even though it is a low difficulty. I think that's just something that we may just do very quickly. I'm tempted to do the Enigma machine, as it will give us a fair amount. We have got the U-boat diving suit as well, so that's something that we could potentially look at. So I am torn between doing a tonnage war or the Enigma recovery. What I think I might do, I'm going to get this out of the way, the Enigma recovery, just looking at the what it can give me, and I will go and do this. It will give me an additional 2 reputation points, which then I can come back to port. We can maybe spend them to give ourselves an additional officer on board and research something as well, and then we can go and do on patrol 7, maybe look at tonnage war and sectors AM 26 if it's the same mission. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do there. So I've selected the Enigma recovery, so new mission selected. So I'm just going to go to the warehouse to make sure we are fully stocked up in everything as well. So we've got 10 loads of repair kits, 4 health kits. You know what, I just want to make that an additional. We've got our food, our ammunition supplies are okay. Yeah, they are okay for the moment. Fuel, we are still fully stocked up in fuel, and we are fully stocked up in torpedoes. We have got the diving kit, which is important, and we've got all this here. So that's all fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to exit out of this. We're going to let's say upgrade the ship. So decoration, there's the conning tower. I can't buy this yet because that is something that we have to research. There is the deck gun, which we have to research as well. Listening room, again, more research. And I think that's it really. So let's have a look at setting sail here. So everyone is okay. Everyone's discipline is at 100. And we are currently set on the 13th of January 1940, and it is around 6:45 in the morning. So we're gonna set off for we're gonna set off to go and recover this device. So we're gonna go ahead 1/3. Everyone is all good. We're gonna get someone in the engine room along with the engine specialist, just so we can conserve some fuel as well. And we are going to take this pretty slowly coming out the port anyway, just because I know the game does have a little bit of a pathing issue coming in and out of port, mainly coming into port, sorry. But the last thing I want to do is start a stream with me colliding into a wall. So but yeah, hope everyone's okay today. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Yeah, it's been a nice couple of days. Just chilling out, playing a few games. And yeah, just fancy playing a little bit of this today. So I did really enjoy it the other night. What's this? SS Fortune, okay. Yeah, I did really enjoy this the other night. The Patrol 5, we ended up having to go up to Bear Island, which is around here, which is this one here, and we had to go and do a weather go and drop a weather device to see if we can get better forecasts on weather, and then we ended up coming across a small convoy, which we ended up sinking the one boat, but we couldn't end up getting the second kill. And then we had to do a few evasive manoeuvres on the second, well, say on a destroyer, or it might have even been a corvette. I can't fully remember, but yeah, it was quite good. It was quite good. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna say we're gonna go around the UK this way. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so we are now into fairly open water, so we're going to go to a head full, and then we're going to speed this up a little bit until we actually get out into some open waters. Okay, I think we're okay now. So yeah, this is the Hegeland port. Yep. Okay, cool. So we're going to speed this along. We are sitting at a head full, so we should be okay now. And it looks like the weather is okay for the moment. So yeah, we're just gonna go along here now. So we're just gonna see if we come across anything, any smoke or whatever, then we will investigate it as well. So we're not just gonna do a straight dive for For the mission, we're just going to see if we can intercept any potential ships. Okay, so let's read this. A single merchant ship propeller heard in Naval Square AN-285, estimated slow speed and southern west course. We are currently carrying out other orders. Good luck. Okay, so that's AN-285. So AN-285, which is just up here, and it's a southern west course, so they are coming this direction. So what we're going to do is we are going to just hold course, and we're going to see if we can actually just come again, if we can just intercept naturally. I say the sea state is looking good, and we have got very good visibility. We have put an additional sailor in with our skipper as well, just to see if we can get a better visual as well. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit more. Our skipper is currently feeling a little bit tired as well, so if we don't see this ship, which we most likely won't now, it's absolutely fine. We're just going to go through. Yeah, we won't spot anything. We won't spot it now. Although I did see a little bit of a glimpse up there, but I think that was just a change in light. Okay, that's fine. Oh, 2 communications. Okay, several widely spreaded smoke clouds in Naval Square of AN-183. Suspected convoy northeastern course, sending bearing signals. Confirm. Next is a single merchant spotted in the Naval Square AN-543, slow speed, southern western course, zigzagging 3 fan miss, 1 tube runner, didn't pursue due to equipment issue. Okay, confirm. So the first one, I just want to look at the journal. The first one was a report sent by U-323, or was it a U-297? Yeah, it was two U-297, sorry. Several words, so that's a 2. What was that again? AN-183. Okay, so that's this direction. It is fairly dark as well, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to try and find anyone. So we are going to do a little bit of an intercept here, and they are moving at a northeastern course as far as I can remember. So we're just going to see if we can intercept here. No, so there's nothing on the horizon yet. It is currently coming on to 4 o'clock in the morning, so as we get a little bit closer, it will start getting a little bit lighter as well, which would be nice. Let's see if we can see anything on the horizon. Okay, can't see anything as of yet. Let's just go a little bit closer to the U-boat to see if we can spot anything. Let's just come off this here, just so we can have a better view. Right, there's nothing behind, and there's nothing around either. So yeah, I think we may come up against a convoy here. Alright, so that's our U-boat who reported in. Alright, the sun is coming up as well. Let's get see if we can get an additional. Let's see if we can get an additional person on the with the skipper to see if we can get a better visual as well. Right. Are they going that way then?
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloi.
We are running at 13 knots, so usually convoys don't really go that fast either. So if we are in pursuit of something, then there is a good chance we will
Zu Befehl.
catch up. Although I don't want to be. I don't exactly want to be
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
following.
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloi.
Okay, so the U-boat is. Don't know what that U-boat's doing. Well, if we can't spot it, I think we will just ignore this U-boat and just go on with what we need to be doing. Because, yeah, it's going to be a whole thing trying to catch up with this convoy, if there is a convoy. I mean, we could even come across a convoy and it's not even a hostile target anyway, so we're just going to have to ignore. Okay, cool. So let's go back to what we were originally supposed to be doing anyway. So let's go this way and let's speed up the time compression. And we are going to put an additional sailor in with the engine specialist as well, just so we can reserve some of that fuel as well in case we are going to be doing a little bit of a long patrol as well. So I'm not. Obviously I've played this game before, but I haven't really done this sort of mission, so I don't know if it's going to be just a simple recovery or we're going to have to go and do this and that and that. I don't know. But we are running quite close to the UK again, so I'm going to have to be super careful here. I mean, I'm hearing music. I don't know if this music is combat music. I can't really tell. I don't think it is. I think we're okay. And I can't seem to see anything on the horizon, so I think we are doing alright. We are currently still about 60 kilometers away from our objective anyway, so I'm just going to speed this up a little bit more. Right, so we are 9.4 kilometers away, and we're just going to have another quick look around to see if we can find anything. As no one's around, well, the engine specialist isn't around, so we can use the additional staff members to help support the skipper to see if we can actually find anything. We are still running at a head full as well, so we are doing okay for the moment. But there was a change in the time there, so sometimes that can indicate that there is actually something close. I don't know how deep this water is over here as well. Oh, there's ships. Okay, so we're going to say a head stop, and we are actually going to come down to enemy destroyer in sight. Okay, we're going to say crash dive. It is very deep this side anyway, so yeah, we are going to crash dive, but we're going to go to around 74 meters. So I imagine what we have to do, in fact I'm just going to go to periscope depth, and I imagine we have to just shoot at these destroyers, and we are going to have to go to blue light running as well, so blue light running. and we are going to go ahead 1/3 just so we can creep up as well. Depth, we are running close to periscope depth now, and we are running ahead 1/3. We can do this report, and we're just going to edge our way forward. I mean, it is a pretty decent it is pretty far away, but I'll rather keep a little bit of distance from these destroyers. I don't know if they are moving.
Alarm abgebrochen.
Yeah. So we're just going to see if we can, because we have to get within 5 kilometers anyway of the destroyers to even use any torpedoes.
Feindlicher Zerstörer in Sicht.
Okay.
Auf Gefechtsstation.
Okay, so we are now within 5 kilometers of these boats. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring the periscope up, and we're going to have a look at these boats. Okay, so are they actually moving? I don't think they are actually moving, so this could be just a straight shot. So I'm tempted just to fire. I mean, that's an unknown warship. It should be quite easily to identify. Okay, so it is a corvette. So we're looking at corvettes, and we are looking at an Isles ship from what it looks like with these 2 cranes on the back. So we can recognise that, and we're going to recognise the next one, which is a destroyer class. And this destroyer class is I don't think it's a Black Swan. It's an EF class, so you can tell by just these little notches on the back as well, with the double funnel and that as well. So I just want to work out, they are going at 0 kilometers, so I'm going to put that in. Course, relative course, so they are literally sitting at 0 degrees from where we are. So we're going to set. I believe that's correct. I want to say that's what we do. And then the distance is they are sitting at... I haven't identified it, no. There we go. Okay, so I want to say they're sat about there, so they are about 3 kilometers out, which I'd say is around about right. So there's that, and what we might do, we might even send 2 torpedoes down at this boat, and then next we want to be looking at this boat here, which we want to say is course is that. We have to identify that is an Isles class, so we want to say this is about at the waterline, so we want to say about 3.3 kilometers, and then the velocity, they are currently running at 0 degrees as well. The course to us, they are sitting relative course to us, they are rotate the arrow to visually match the course of your for your target. Oh, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick calculation on this. So we're going to say they are facing this way. If I can do that correct. And they are running at 135, and they are running at 127. 127, maybe. 128, 127. That was 135, and that was 128. So if that is correct, I'm not going to save scum. I'm going to. So this was 135. Nope, not that. So this was one. That was 128. That's 135. Okay, so I'm going to say one. It was 128. So we want to say. I made that. Okay, I didn't slow down, so I need to recrypt that. So that's 127, and that is about 135. Okay. We're going to say that. We're going to set that course, and then we are going to. We have got torpedoes lit, so that is only a corvette class, so that's only going to. I would say only would need one torpedo, and then so we're going to say tube 1,
Bewässern.
and we're going to
Rohr 1 bewässert.
fire. And then this was a course of, it was 135, so we're looking at 135 set. We're going to say tube 2 and 3. So we've loaded tube 2 and 3, and we're going to fire when ready.
Rohr 2 fertig.
Fire. Now, fingers crossed, I have actually worked this out correctly. The angle does look okay, I guess. Don't know where the other torpedoes have gone. Are they there in the water? Can't see them. Have I messed up? Have I got to just rub these out? Oh, they are there. Okay. Okay, well I couldn't see them because they're on the line, which again seems promising. So I probably could have made a better angle of attack on these boats anyway, but that's absolutely fine. This is not looking too bad, I guess. We're going to look at this, and this isn't looking too bad either. So we did do the boat which is further away, because what we want is we want both of the boats, well all the torpedoes to hit around about the same time. So it does look like they have got fairly the same distance. So we can only see if this is actually going to hit. But these are looking fairly promising. This one might not actually hit. Looking at the angle on this, maybe it may pass just off. No, I don't know. No, that looks promising. They all look promising. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come away from. No, I'm not. I'm going to see which one's going to hit first. I'm more interested in this target here, but this one looks like it's going to hit. Yeah, that one's going to hit. Whether or not they dud, I don't know. I'm really praying they don't dud. But yeah, I've kind of figured I've worked this out near on perfect. So this one's going to hit. That's hit. So this one's alarm's gone off. Bang, 1. 2. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And these are both going down. That's gone down. That has gone down like an absolute. That's gone down like a brick, and that's gone down as well. So that was very, very nicely done. So all we can do now is we can just. To be honest, I didn't even check the flags, but I assumed they were hostile targets as well. Okay, so what we're going to have to do now, we're going to have to go to a full head. Head full, and then we're going to make our way over because that is most likely caused a bit of drama. Okay, so we are now within 300 meters of the wreckage, so fingers crossed we can actually recover this Enigma machine. Alright, so we're going to stop here, as it does need a little bit of time to pull the boat. Sure, okay. But those were very, very good hits. I know they were only stationary targets, but the timing of each boat, well, each hit was very, very good. So. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to the periscope depth and I'm just going to have a look. Okay. Is that the... Oh. Unlock the boat. Unlock it. Because it snapped into the... It snapped the boat to... Where are we? There we are. Yeah, it snapped it. So it was the... underneath. Okay. I think we're okay. I think there's nothing around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to safe depth. So we're going to surface the boat and we're going to hopefully make a recovery on this boat. But we do have to be careful because, as I say, we are very close to the coast. So there is a potential that we will have some hostile targets come up as well. So we are going to have skipper with full hands on deck. That might be a boat coming in. I just want to get rid of this mark here. There we go. Okay, it looks like we are okay for the moment, and I don't really know. I don't know wreckage. Reach destination. Okay, so we've got to reach that destination. So that's not going to that. We're going to have to go this way. Okay, so we're going to go ahead for head 2/3, and we're just going to blast it this way. Okay, so we're going to stop and we're going to send a diver down. But that was done, I say, that was done really, really nicely. Really happy with that. I say we didn't get any duds on that as well, so that really helped us out. Potential that we didn't need to have excuse me. Potential that we didn't need to use a second torpedo on the other destroyer, but what I didn't want is for it to not be sinking and then we have to try and make a calculation on the oh, that could be you too. Yeah, how you doing, mate? Yeah, how are you? You good? So let's. I'm not even moving. That would help. Okay, so we're going to send a diver, and we're going to send Kurt Hoffman, and we're going to give him this. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, pal. Not doing too bad. Yeah, just having a nice chill today. Alright, so we're sending Diver down to the wreckage just to collect this Enigma machine. We might actually get some resistance on the way back up, but yeah. Yeah, when I played this Saturday, as I did have a really good time, and I had a bit of a enter through the escape hatch. I did have a really good time the other day, so I just had a bit of more of an itch to play it. So after being lowered onto the conning tower, Kurt Hoffman tried to open the hatch, but without any success. The hatch seems to be badly damaged, and opening it could take a lot of effort and time. It's going to be faster to try entering through the escape hatch in the gallery. Okay, so we're going to enter through the escape hatch, so it's going to take us about 20-21 seconds. Okay, so we are in. Kurt Hoffman managed to enter crew quarters through an escape hatch in the galley. The hatch leading towards the control room is locked. Try to open the hatch. I mean, this must be, as a person going down there in one of those diving suits, it must have been terrifying. Kurt Hoffman manages to unlock the hatch, but when he tries to open it, he couldn't do that, which made him realise that the compartment on the other side is not filled with water. To his surprise, he heard a few knocks and faint human voices afterwards. There is someone alive on the other side. Kurt Hoffman manages to communicate with the people trapped in the control room. It's a radio man and his assistant. They are trapped in there for many days now. They confirm that they have access to the Enigma machine. If you manage to open the hatch at the conning tower, they should be launched into the air bubble right to the surface along with the machine. They said they will be ready. Return to the main hatch. Oh, okay, that's great. That's great. So we have found 2 survivors on board. So yeah, that's really, really nice. I mean, that must be terrifying. Must be so scary to actually have to deal with that. Opening the hatch. So okay, it's going to be a very, very slow process. So what I'm going to do is so there's that, and what we're going to do, we're going to get onto the, we're going to get with our skipper, and we're just going to have a quick look around to see if we can actually see anything within the general vicinity of the boats. So we are pretty close to the British Isles anyway, so we might actually come across something. Okay, so that would have been easier. Dum. Okay, I don't think there's anything around us at the moment, so I think we are pretty good. Yeah, we are good. We do have to be aware of air attacks as well, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. So we are currently sitting on 22%, 23%. So we're just going to speed this up a little bit just to kind of get this going. I don't want to speed it up too quickly, just in case we do have a combat engagement as well. So yeah. Yeah, this would dread to think. Luckily, it's not even shallow water though. Luckily, it is quite well. It's not deep water, I should say. It's actually quite shallow water as well. So yeah. I think Kurt might actually get a level up from this as well. So we're going to do a last look around the Okay, it would have helped if I actually stopped moving the boat. 2 sailors are in critical state. Okay, so that is the 2 sailors we brought on board. Okay, so they are on board and they're going to have some medical attention. So it's a good thing that we did use the we did buy more. So I assume these are going to be fixed up. Okay, Hoffman. Just sit next to him while he's dying.
Herr Kaloy?
Okay, so his... Okay, so is that what I've got to do? Is that how you fix them up? I assume so. I assume that's what you've got to do. You just got to free up the staff members. Okay, so we're just going to have a look around as well to see if there is anything on the area as well. I don't think there will be at this moment. Sailor is stabilised. Okay, that's good to see. Right, so what we're going to do, we are going to bring our way back out of the UK and we're going to go ahead full, and we are going to make our way back to Wilhelmshaven, and yeah, we're going to just deliver this Enigma machine. I just wanted to check to make sure that everyone is safe on board as well.
Kapitän.
So he's okay. Well, he's okay. He's been sorted out, and this guy has been sorted out as well.
Herr Kaloy?
Yeah. So he's got the Enigma machine, and this guy, it doesn't really say. But okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. So we have got that now. So we're gonna speed this up and just come away from this area. See, because I thought the wreckage. That's obviously what the what those 2 boats must be doing there as well, to try and recover the machine, and they were probably the ones that sunk it as well. So we've got someone in there. See, I don't want to use this as well because I don't want to. I don't want it just to take me back. No, I do want to see if I can actually catch anything on the way back. So I'm gonna. I don't want to get too close to the UK, so I'm gonna just do a bit of a detour, and I'm just gonna do this. Just to get a bit more of a... Just see if we can get a little bit more coverage, air coverage, to see if we can actually sink any potential tankers or merchants. Just try and use up some of these torpedoes that we've got on stock. Let's just quickly check. I do have a delivery coming quite soon as well, so I'm just going to see if I can track to see if it's anywhere. Okay, it's 8 stops away, so I may take a 2-minute break just to collect more delivery. Okay, so there's a new communication coming. Lone steamer smoke cloud spotted somewhere in Naval Square of AN-166, slow speeds, eastern course, pursuing other targets. So it's AN-166. AN-166, which we are looking at here. So we want, and they are going an eastern course. 166 is in this square. So they are going fairly slow. So we are going to see if we can catch up. It is most likely a Norwegian ship. But we will just see if we can actually spot anything. We will put an additional sailor in with the skipper as well, just to see if we can spot anything. Oh yeah, this coverage at night as well is going to be it's 1:30 in the morning, so trying to spot anything at this time of night is going to be a real struggle. Right then. I mean, I know they were spotted in this and they were going slow, so there's most likely we're not going to be able to catch them. But it is during the day now, so we might actually see some smoke on the horizon. But we'll just have to see. We are doing the maintenance on the torpedoes as well, just in case we are in need of them. And we are currently sitting at 50%, 57% fuel. So again, we should be okay there as well. We're not going to do a resupply. And we're currently looking at 6 o'clock at night. So again, we are going to have the coverage of nightfall, which we will struggle seeing if there's anything around. And we are heading more towards Scandinavia, so, and they're not a hostile force, so we will. That was something. Slow steamer naval square AN 237, course is 216 degrees at slow speed. 216, which was up there, but I was pretty sure something did pop up in this area. So I keep hearing a beeping in, and I think it's the PlayStation. I can't work out what it is. I'm pretty sure it's the PlayStation. Oh, yeah, it's a PlayStation. 2 seconds. I'm going to unplug it because it really does my head in. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, if it beeps now, then it's definitely possessed. Okay, so we've got a small propeller noise. Oh, I forgot how you work this. Again, how does this work? Okay, forget it. Okay, so there's a small propeller noise which is apparently over here. What depth are we at? Surface the boat, please. Why are we that low? I thought we had serviced the boat. Okay. Unless I did something silly. It might have been something to do with the air compressor. Um, I'm going to come periscope depth just to so just in case it is a hostile ship, but I can't see anything, and I know people can't see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is far too dark. And let's see if we can spot anything. Jesus Christ! Okay, so do they not know what periscope depth means? Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't think I'm going to see anything in this. In this state. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to see anything in this state because SA is far too dark for us. SA is coming on 2 o'clock in the morning, so let's just see, shall we? And I'm going to come up to us. I'm just going to surface the boat as well, just so we can get a better visual. If we need to drop the boat as well, we are looking at a area of 260 meters below sea level. So yeah, if we do need to drop the boat, then we're good. Okay, there's a tiny ship. I imagine this may be a U-boat. Yeah, this may be a U-boat, or it might just be a. Oh, it's a freighter. Oh, okay. Yep, alarm. If it's gonna. And it is British. It is a British ship. I don't think it is actually moving. So what I might be inclined to do is I might just attack this with a deck gun, just to conserve a little bit of. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna. Have we lost the boat? It was going in this direction. I don't think we went past it. So I'm just gonna come up again just to make it easier. And let's see. I'm just gonna get a bit of a hydrate here. Okay, so I can't see anything on the horizon at the moment. We have got the skippers just getting on top of the conning tower as we speak, and the air compressor. Okay, so we are going to have to sort out the air compressor as well because we are. Good sir, would you be able to just go and activate the electric compressor? Because we are struggling to surface the boat at the moment as well. and it was on our port side. So that's on. Okay, so I think. Yeah, okay. So we're not caught up with it yet. Yep, there we are. That's the freighter. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead. I don't know what that's called. I know it's a head full, but I don't know what this means. If you know hooded snake, then obviously let me know. Right, let's have a. Right, so they've spotted us. So use the deck gun, and we're just going to use the deck gun here just to sink the ship. And we're going to come to a head 2/3 just to drop it down to about so the speed. So we've got a forward 1 which is a head 1/3, a head 2/3 for forward 2, and a head forward 3 is a head full. But then these two speeds, I don't really know what the not the official name, but you know the name that's called. So I didn't know if you knew or whatever. Okay, so we're on the deck gun now, so we're gonna have to use some high explosive rounds first, just to see if we can get any fires on board, and we're gonna go just aim for just above the waterline. So a bit low, so we're gonna. And we're going to try and get a fire on board. We do want to get a fire round in the wheelhouse, and then we're going to try and spread the fires across the deck. I don't know what they're currently carrying. It could be a head flank. It could be, yeah, head flank. Yeah, I think you are right. But high explosives, these aren't seeming to be landing any explosives. Well, any fires on board. But we do want to try and aim for. There we go. So we got the fire on board, and then we're going to aim for the cargo on the front of the boat to see if we can get a fire on board there as well. I think that went through. Okay, so the fires are spreading. We have used 10 shells on this boat. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop it down to armor piercing as well. So we're just going to put this in on the water line to hopefully allow it to generate some water. Okay, so here we go. That was a nice hit. Oh, there we go. Right, we're going to go to a head 1/3, sorry, and then we're just going to turn the boat a little bit, just so we can have a little bit better angle of attack. Why are you? Right, we're going to use you on the deck gun now. They have took on a little bit of water, as far as I can see. We're just going to use Kurt Hoffman just to finish him off now with the armor-piercing rounds. Okay, so there is a lifeboat in the water, so it looks like they may be even sinking. It looks like they have abandoned the boat. So if they are abandoning the boat and there's a fire on deck, I believe we can leave this now just to succumb to the fire. Yeah, we can leave this now to succumb to the fire. Yeah, they are sinking. Okay, that's great. So that was done really, really quick, really nice. We can send that report back to the BDU, and we are going to actually see if we can take any people of... we're going to look at the lifeboats, and we're going to take on board. These are only sailors, so we're going to look at lifeboat 2, and we're going to take on board. We're going to take the... we're going to take the captain, and we're going to take the I think that's the chief engineer, and we're going to take the slot as well. We're going to confirm, and then we're going to look at lifeboat 1, and we're just going to take we're going to take 2 lots of dick, and then I don't know. Bit of Herbert. We love a little bit of Herbert, so there we go. So we've got 3 more survivors on board, so then we can actually take these back to BDU, and we can kind of trade them in to try and get some information from them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead full, and we're going to blast it down the Norwegian coast. I did. My beard, man, my beard. Right, so we're going to speed the compression up, and we're just going to how much fuel? We're sitting on a nice amount of fuel, so we'll just do a little bit of a wiggle coming back into... Excuse me. On our way back from base, heard single propeller at Naval Square AN463, most likely merchant, slow speed, northern course. So AN463. So AN463, which is up there, northern course. So let's... and then we got another message received from convoy in Naval Square AN487, pursuing 1 steamer, 1 destroyer, distinguished western course. Okay, so that is something that we actually could look at as well. So let's see if we can catch up with this boat, which was in AN463. I can't see that we will be able to. From steamer at Naval Square AN466, course 37 degrees at slow speed. So there's AN466, which is up here. Again, so I think we might have missed sooner there. I can't see why they'll be going straight north. There's nothing straight north here. Merchant ship heard in Naval Square AN763 or near. Hydrophone operator report slow speed, southern course, carrying on with other orders. Okay. That was 476, I believe it was. Is it 476? Or 463? It was one of them, I can't remember. Let's see if we can see anything on the horizon whilst we're going along. Tiny group there. I don't really fancy getting a bit too close to the the coast because you know what?
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Might as well.
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloi.
Now I've got to be careful here because I know I can run aground. So we're gonna just see if we can spot any
Kurs setzen.
Bestätigt.
do 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 do. Okay, there's a smoke on the horizon, so we're going to. Oh, there is a bit of smoke on the horizon. So what we're going to do, we are going to come to periscope depth, and we're just going to drop we are sitting at a head 1 full, so we're going to go on a head 2/3, and we're just going to go to periscope depth, and we're just going to see if we can get a good visual on these boats here. If there are if there's a few of the smoke, then I imagine there's going to be either some corvettes or destroyers as well. So let's see if we can spot anything that's worth grabbing.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Bestätigt.
Okay, they are making zigzags as well, so we're just going to speed this up to see if we can get a little bit closer to... okay, they're kind of going around in circles, so it looks like they've been disrupted in some fashion. So
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloi.
so there's a corvette. So that's a corvette up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to look, and the corvette looks to be in front of us. No, that's a merchant ship. And then what we're going to do, we're going to look around and we're going to say there is a... Sorry about that. So that's another merchant ship. Okay. Yeah, I could do a hydrophone check. Yeah, I could definitely do that because that looks like that's probably the corvette. And then there's a... Wasn't there a smoke a little bit close? No, there wasn't that far. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That's the corvette. Okay, so that's the corvette. So what we're going to have to see if we can get a little bit of a snipe on. I don't really fancy. I mean, if that's a corvette, that's for certain. That's a merchant. That's a merchant now I can see, and then I believe this is a corvette as well. So, and they look like they're preoccupied with the other U-boat. So that's something that we could probably look at as well. So this is fairly far away. We want to be saying it's just over the 5 kilometers mark. This might be a nice little target we can get, because if we can take down the corvettes, then the merchant boats are just kind of free game then. So what I might do is I might just take a little bit more time with this, see if we can get a good calculation on this boat. So what we're going to do, we are going to do, it does look like it's going to be a it's not an Isles, it's not a Black Swan, it's not that. Okay, so we've gone into the destroyers now. It looks like a flower class. Yeah, that's a flower class, so we can do that. We can identify the velocity of the boat, so we're going to say You know what? I'm going to come out of this and I'm going to say, I'm going to go a little bit closer actually before we can kind of commit to doing any of this.
Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloi.
Because they are moving away as well, so that will make it a little bit more difficult. I'm tempted just to go for this merchant ship and then bailing. So I'm going to hold it now. That up there is, yeah. So that's that. Okay, so we're going to lock this. I'm going to lock this in. And then we're going to identify it as a it is a merchant ship. It's not a tanker. Is it? No, it's not a tanker. It's going to be a freighter, and I think it's an Empire Bell. Yeah, that's an Empire Bell. Okay, so we're going to calculate the speed of this. So we're going to say start in 3, 2, 1. And we're just going to wait to see how fast this is going. It's probably going around 6 knots. It doesn't look like it's going fairly quickly. But we will just see. Yeah, this is running pretty slowly as well, so and stop. Set the course. Okay, sitting at 5 knots. Okay, so the distance to the boat is around. We'll look at this bit here. So we say it's about 1.7 kilometers, and then the boat compared to where we are looking at a we say stop. I want to say 135. Okay, so I'm going to say 135 on this and the 135 off their angle on attack, which is about that set. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to say right up tube 1, and we're going to send it. Send. So we're going to rub these calculations out, just so we can see if we can identify, well, if we can see the torpedo. It is a bit of a steep angle of attack, so what we might be able to do as well is we might be able to do a quick calculation on this boat that's coming in on the right of us, which again is another Empire Bell, I think. Is it another Empire Bell? No, that's not an Empire Bell. That's an Empire Tower. Wait a minute, is that an Empire Tower as well? Because I'm pretty sure it's an Empire Bell, but I didn't actually look at the back of the boat. No, that's an okay. That's made a maneuver, so that looks like it is going to miss. Yeah, this looks like it will miss because they are making a bit of a zigzag movement unless they kind of come back into it. Hopefully they do, because that'll be a bit annoying. But yeah, that's... so let's have a...
40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Torpedokurs berechnen.
So we're just going to let the skipper do a manual calculation on that.
30 Sekunden.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to miss unless they do a drastic turn now, which I... No, they're not turning to the torpedo, they're turning away from the torpedo. Which is, again, which is fine. It's one of those things, I guess.
Torpedo ausrichten.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Torpedokurs.
Right, we're going to allow that to do that. Yeah, okay. So that's a definite miss. Okay, that's fine.
Der Aal ging daneben, Herr Kaloi.
Yeah, that's definitely a miss. Okay, so we recognised that as a Empire Tower. Oh, hi, Belly. It's like the dog is giving it loads. There we go. Hello, Beep. Hello, Smelly. Boop, boop, boop. We can probably do a quick calculation on the speed. That was a little bit early, but that should be fine. Nothing like being early, eh? Yeah, they are actually going fairly quickly as well. So this is probably going to be around about a 7 knot. And they are moving fairly straight forward. Why can't I? Why is that not? Okay, so that's 7 knots. Okay, the course, the distance is around 2.7, and then I'm going to say 51. Set.
Rohr 2.
Light up
Bewässern.
tube 2, and then we are going to fire, and hopefully we can get a good kill here.
Rohr 2 fertig.
Los!
What even might happen is if this does miss, and it actually might just pass behind and collect this boat here. You know what, I'm
Rohr
going to fire.
3. Bewässern.
I'm going to fire 2. Just in case.
Rohr 3.
Los!
Right, so we fired 2 torpedoes there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to actually turn around and we're just going to back up a little bit.
Herr Kaloi.
So this is going to be a... I'm just going to watch this. And we're just going to wait this out just to see if we can actually get this land. The angle is looking okay. Thinking about it, I probably shouldn't have sent 2, but we're all a genius in hindsight, really, aren't we? So, but yeah, this is looking a good angle of attack.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg zum Ziel.
Yeah, I think this will be a good hit for us. Again, this was a little bit of an annoying one, but it did turn away, which again is fine. But it's one of those things.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg zum Ziel. Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Have they sped up? It looks like they've sped up. I don't think it's going to matter. I think it will still hit. But it does look like they have sped the boat up just to try and get away from this torpedo. Yeah, there is nothing they're going to be able to do about this unless it is a dud.
20 Sekunden
one. So it didn't take out a lot of their damage, but the second torpedo should hit a little bit around here.
20 Sekunden.
As you can see, the gas coming in, and it's done, and a secondary hit pretty close to the first hit, and it does look like they're taking on a substantial amount of water now. I don't think there's anything they could really do about that, and I think the second torpedo, yeah, the second torpedo probably helped a lot there. I don't think nothing was wasted in that situation. I think it all went pretty well. We are going to turn the boat around, and I know there's a U-boat up here. We could actually use our own. So the flower class is going to be coming in now. We could do a quick
Hüllenbruch, Sie sinken.
torpedo check on this, and we're going to
Rohr 4, bewässern.
fire this fourth torpedo just for the sake of firing.
Rohr 4, fertig.
Okay, there we go. So that's torpedo number 4 out on its way, and again we are going to turn, and we're going to go a head full away from the engagement. And whilst we are doing that, we are going to watch out for this torpedo, and we're just going to watch to see if it's going to actually hit anything. I really don't think it's going to. I think it was just more of a shot in the dark, to be honest. But again, it's one of those things where we can just kind of hit and hope, really. But let's just see, shall we?
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg zum Ziel. Der Aal ging daneben, Herr Kaloy. Torpedoversager. Rohr 1 geladen.
Oh. If this is gone between them, this is going to be really annoying. Come on, Corvette. Come on, speed up. Speed up for Daddy. Speed up for Daddy. Oh. No way! No way! Oh, that's annoying. Oh, right in between them. Oh, shit the bed. Right. I think it's because the Corvette stopped because of the freighter as well. So one of those things, I guess. But it's to be honest, it's funny. Right. So we can maybe look at. Out of range.
Bewässern.
We're going to put this at a higher speed just to. And we're just going to. Yeah. So close. So close.
Rohr 5 bewässert.
And we're going to fire. Because to be honest, I'm going back to port anyway, so I'm just going to be using a lot of the torpedoes that we just got in stock anyway. So we're just going to send, and we're just going to head back and see what we can do. But this is going at a faster speed anyway. It does actually look like it's going at a
Der
fairly.
Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg
No,
zum
this was
Ziel.
a.
Der Aal ging daneben, Herr Kaloy.
Yeah, this is not. That was nowhere near. Which is fine. It's fine. One of those things. I was just, to be honest, I was just using torpedoes for the sake of using torpedoes there. But yeah, that's not going to hit. We're loading torpedo tube 2, and we're going to say we are doing a calculation on this. We can't do torpedo tube on the aft torpedo tube. Yeah, so let's have a quick look to see how far away this actually was. I mean, I'm pretty sure this boat is more over here somewhere, so it's not like we're going to be seeing an explosion anytime soon. Yeah, and it's run out of time. So it ran out of the. Oh, okay. So they are currently circling the wreckage. So they do think we're over there. So we've actually got away with that. So as we are sitting on 40% fuel, we are going to just head our way back to the port.
Jawohl.
And we're going to come up from periscope depth just to give the smoke on the horizon. Okay, so that is the smoke from the engagement we have just dealt with, and we are just going to ignore that, and we're just going to. Apparently, the game really wants me to look at these. Let me just have a quick. Right, so that's. I mean, I could arguably go back and have a second go at that merchant ship. I mean, they are on a direct course now anyway. I mean, they are a Empire.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation!
They are an Empire tower. If I can get a little bit of visual on the back of that boat. If I can see two little notches on the back there, then it will be an Empire tower, or it'll be an Empire bell. It could actually just be an Empire bell. I can't fully remember. I may just go over here, yeah, and just see if we can get a quick engagement on this. Nope, wrong way, game, nope.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Oh, wait a minute, there's four
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten.
smoke trails there, so maybe this is a different convoy?
Auf Gefechtsstation!
Yeah, this looks like it's a different. No, it can't be a different convoy. Can't be. But there is 4 smoke trails over the horizon. So, okay. So, enemy destroyer at 12 hours. Okay. So let's. I think I'm playing with fire here. I think I probably shouldn't be messing around too much. So there's nothing to our starboard side, so we're going to have a look at this, which I believe that's a corvette. That's the destroyer. And then there's a corvette fairly close to the Flower class, fairly close to the merchant ship, which we are looking at, which is that one there. So we're going to identify it as a Empire bell. The speed they're going is, that doesn't help at all. And we're going to say head stop, and we're going to go I don't know if this is the correct way of doing it, not on the periscope, but I'm just going to try it out. It's more of a learning process for me at the moment. And they're probably running around 7 knots, so okay, they're running at 6 knots, which again is fine. And the goes to the waterline, which is about there, and they're sitting at about 4.8 kilometers. So it is really, really out of range. They are sitting from. We have come to a head stop, so we can say that they are going. Around 60, about 60 degrees. Okay, so we're saying we are 60 degrees off their side. So we're saying about 61 degrees now. Just to compensate for the time between took us to calculate it to input in the data. And we're going to say torpedo tube 1. And we're only going to fire one torpedo, and then we are actually going to bail here. So, I mean, apparently that's 6.5 kilometers, which the torpedo can only go 5 kilometers. I mean, it is a very, very long shot. So, yeah, I can't imagine us actually getting this hit. So we're going to turn tail and run, and we're just going to monitor this torpedo to see if it is actually going to be a hit. It will most likely run out of juice before getting there. It did say they were 4.8 kilometers away, but on the map it does say more. So even the distance looks wrong anyway. So most likely will be a miss. So I'm going to speed this up. We have basically said we are going this way. The angle does look okay relatively, so we are going to just speed this up a little bit.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg zum Ziel. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. Der Aal ging daneben, Herr
Yeah,
Kaloy.
I don't. This is going to pass right behind if it doesn't run out of juice, which is a shame because I say it did look like a relatively good attack angle. Maybe our distance was just a little bit out. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. We will try and keep that in mind for the future, for when we do our. Yeah, that was just off. That was off by just the distance, really. If we got the distance a little bit better, even by 100 meters, then we probably would have got that hit. Because by the looks of things, it didn't run out of juice until, yeah, it wouldn't have run out of juice. So that's a very, very unfortunate torpedo. So what we're going to do, we are going to disengage now. We are going to head back, and we are going to go back to BDU, where I think what we're going to do is we're going to just hand in. We're going to do a little bit of we're just going to do a little bit of research, see what we can do for the crew, put them on a little bit of a vacation, and say just spend these reputation points. And I think we may just leave it there for the day. So I did have an intention of maybe doing Patrol 7, but I say this has been not the greatest patrol, but as I say, it has been. We have got what we needed to do in terms of the mission anyway. So yeah, we will just leave it there. But there is new communication coming through. Several widely separated smoke clouds in the naval square of AN 185. Suspected convoy northeastern course, sending bearing signals. Okay. 185. That is up here. So that's there. I'm not going to be going up there to assist. And there is another single merchant ship spotted at AN 153. Was it 513? I think it was 513. So that'll be up here. Which again, I'm not interested in. I'm just going to again just go back to port. And then just hand in for the day. what I'm going to do is I'm going to just slow this down a little bit as well to ahead 2/3, just so we can do this manual maneuvering going into port, because again it can mess up when you're going in. So we did spend a lot of torpedoes this. I mean, we only got 3 kills this patrol, which is fine. It's fine. It's so we did do a lot of trial and error as well, and a bit of hoping for some luck, but unfortunately we didn't get any of that. So yeah, we just do so it's just been more of a trial basic, and to be honest, that's kind of what this playthrough is really. It's just trying to learn a little bit more about the mechanics to try and have a little, because I say I've got the options I've got it on is the crew management. I've actually got it as minimalist, because I wanted to try and concentrate more on the combat engagements and just kind of the general mechanics of the game. So really it's just to kind of if and when this boat actually sinks, and when it does sink, that will be the end of the U-48 campaign. I'll end up starting up a new one anyway, and just yeah, so this is going to be a tight this is what I'm talking about, like it's a very, very tight one. That's gorgeous. The sea in this game is just phenomenal. I mean, I know like 99% of the game is just the sea anyway, but yeah, it's done really, really well. Alright, so now we're going to just go back into there, and then we're going to just watch as it comes through, because we are going to have to be quite mindful in the approach. But yeah, as I was saying, like it's going to be this is just more of a learning curve, because I say you mentioned the hydrophone earlier. I didn't actually start using it then, but I say it's more of trying to learn about it more as well, especially when I'm going to be going on these long-term patrols. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm heading right for this wall, and if I didn't stop, then it would have just ploughed into it, which is really annoying. I think I'm okay just to leave it like this. There we go. What I might do as well on the Discord, I'm gonna try and go back to the VODs and just see exactly how much tonnage we did sink within each patrol, and then just kind of have like the totals of like how much we've travelled, how much we've done this, how much. I don't know if that's built into the game or what, but if it is, then or if it isn't, I'm gonna put that on the Discord, because I do like to know exactly what we've been kind of what we've been doing anyway. So, and is that going to port? There we go, lovely. Okay, nicely done. You have too many sailors on board. Leave some on land before undocking. Okay, so we're going to the leading officer. Kurt Hoffman. Kurt Hoffman, first class. Iron Cross first class is awarded for repeated acts of bravery in the battle. It's a higher tier of Iron Cross decoration and comes with a pin at the back instead of a ribbon. They are pretty much halfway to the German Cross in gold. So they did a lot in that patrol there. And Kiperelos, our skipper, received a new decoration. So the German Cross in gold is a newly established decoration awarded for repeated acts of bravery in combat. It's ranked higher than Iron Cross and waves a path to repute Knight's Cross decoration. Crews commonly call this decoration the fried egg due to the shape it has. So next will be next decoration is the Knight's Cross, and we are around a third of the way getting there. So that's nicely done. So we completed the campaign of finding the Enigma recovery. So the skipper, your successful mission to recover sensitive equipment from the sunken U-boat was a crucial victory for the Kriegsmarine. Your quick thinking and skilled execution of the operation ensured that the enemy was unable to gain access to the valuable equipment on board. Your determination to protect our forces from the enemy has been crucial to our success. You have earned the admiration of your peers. Great job, skipper. So we got 8,000 credits, we got 2 points in our reputation, and we got the skill of a matter of survival, which I will quickly check that out now. We did sink an additional boat there. Oh, okay, we actually sunk... Was it 4 boats we ended up sinking? So that was at 2,656. We sunk the Empire Rother there, yeah. 2,699 tons. And then we ended up sinking the Fire Drake F-Class Destroyer and the Isles Corvette. So the total tonnage sunk was 5,355. We were at sea for 15 days and 7 hours, and we travelled a distance of total of 8,061 kilometres. We did everything we needed to do. So first we need to go to the recruitment, and we need to let them know that we have survivors from a sunken ship. So we're going to say Don Cohen, Frank Baker, Dick, some more Dick, Eric Farmer, Gail Downs, Gerald Young, and Herbert Abraham. Okay, so we've just got a fair amount of credits there as well. And then we're going to open up the recruitment. We can ignore that. Choose a crew for the next assignment. Your man here, Dr. Ernest Prian, I'm going to say that he can stay back. We don't really need him for the moment. We're just going to go through some of the skills that we have here. So what was it that we entered? Oh, wait a minute. It wasn't him, was it? It was Kurt. No, it wasn't. It was Kurt. Yeah, it was Kurt Hoffman, yeah. So let's look at his skills. So we've got leader, focus, personal skills, management, this. Okay. Matter of survival. Okay, so these got this matter of survival. The officer has met the crew that was trapped inside a sunk U-boat. Their dramatic story has caused an obsession in him to get better at his duties and protect his U-boat from colleagues in a similar demise. All repair tasks are executed 10% faster. This experience is also passed on to new crew members. Okay, so that's really nice. So we do have 2 people with that on board as well. So we've got Michael Nod and Horst Weber. So they've got those. I can't customize these, can I? I wish I could rename them. So because we could rename the skipper, but it's just the other specialists we have on board. And we do need to release someone from our... So, as we got 2 of you, we're gonna say goodbye to you, and then we're going to say exit. We're going to supply the boat for everything that we need. We did use 2 of these, so we are going to collect 2 more. So we're going to buy the ammunition. We need a deck gun, so we did end up using a lot of that, and we're going to buy those. And the flat gun, we will fine on the flat gun. The fuel, we are going to established on fuel. We actually used all of our torpedoes, so that was quite an expensive run. I'm going to take the tier 2 torpedoes as usual, just to save a little bit on costs. I know it's not really essential at the moment, but we are just going to do that. And then we're going to put that into there. We're going to be moving all these. We're going to exit out of there, and we can't do any upgrades on the ship as of yet. So we're going to say goodbye. It is going to take 3 days for our boat to be stocked. I'm going to go to the leading officer, and we're just going to go to headquarters. So we're just going to have a quick look around. Now, equipment production. So we should sign contracts with private companies inside the Reich to raise our production capacity of base equipment for our U-boats. More replacement parts and medikits in ports. Potassium absorbers will become available. I don't know what a potassium absorber is, but we've got 5 points, so we can arguably have a good go at. I mean, we're not going to get this one yet. We're not going to get more toilets, accumulators, so effective capacity of accumulators on the U-boat. There's the ammunition production, which I'm quite inclined to do. There was a talk of increasing production output in Falkenrook. Well, I can't pronounce that. Navy, Arsenal, but things progress slowly in Move 8. Okay, so you get more ammunition in military depositories and specialised ammunition types that weren't widely available before. So that's quite interesting, because we are going to basically hit a dead end with ammunition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can... Why can't I do any of these? Start a new operation. I mean, is it got to be green? Why can't I? Oh, that's why. Fair enough. You haven't any officers staying on land that matches the crew requirements. Okay, so what's needed? I need a leader. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come away. We're going to look at the crew. Recruitment. We're going to. Nope, don't want to recruit that guy. Choose a crew for the next assignment. We need he's a leader. Carl is a radio man. Hoffman is a leader. He's a radio man. He's an engineer, and he's an engineer. So the only one that we can really do is Kurt Hoffman, because I can't put Keeper Ellis in there. Now, if I say promote, it will cost 1 reputation point. So, as this is he's a radio man, what I'm inclined to do is I'll just have a look at in HQ to see what is there for a radio man before we can. I've gone to the wrong thing, don't I? To see what we can get with radio. Okay, so there's this, which is engineer. That's radio man, so that's the hydrophone. That's leader, that's engineer, leader, engineer. So it doesn't actually appear that any we actually need another leader. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to promote someone into the leader role. because I do think having 2 leads on the ship at all times is
Kapitän, das kann dein
okay,
neuer
just in
Crew sein.
case
Lassen Sie mich
one
wissen,
does
wenn Sie
get
Ihre Dokumente
disposed.
sehen möchten.
So show me their files. Nope. And we're going to look at Eric, Lars, Ulrich, Voila, Wille, Willy Schlag, Willy Schlag. Right, well, he's getting promoted. Willy Schlag. I'm going to promote you to a leader, good sir. Leader takes care of crew matters and can control devices meant for visual observation. So Willy Schlag. I can rename Willy Schlag. Which, I mean, I could put you, Hooded Snake, in there if you so wished, or we can leave it as Willy Schlag. It's entirely up to you. If you want me to put you in the game, then you're more than welcome. Just gonna leave it a minute just to see if you want to be roped in, or if you are yeah, I can. So we can get rid of Willy Schlag, and I can say Hooded Snake. Oh, sorry, I won't put the numbers in. Hooded Snake. Accept. So we have now got Hooded Snake. If you want, I can give you a little bit of a makeover. I think, you know, if you consider yourself as a muscular person, then, you know, great. Or are you thin, or are you on the are you large inclined? Are you more of a me? Are you more of a blob? When I've done this with Keeperellos a week or so ago, we basically I made him look like a tit, but you know, it's the shoe fits. So yeah, if you've got anything that you wanna put onto yourself, then obviously just let us know. But yeah. So the role is a gunner, this, and you are currently only level 1 at the moment. You want red clothing. Okay, so clothing, you want red. So there's a red polo shirt. There is a casual red checkered shirt, so you can look a bit of a look dashing, yes. There is also a there's a buttoned red shirt. There is I think Keeperellos has that, so I don't think you want to be twinning with him. Clara, this. Let's say the casual for the moment. Accessories, are you looking at any binoculars? You can be looking at an eye patch. Let's look dashing, yes. Right, let's look at some binoculars for yourself, and also a you want a pipe? Oh, you want a pipe? Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's get a pipe. Excellent, good choice, my man. So officer's cap, you can also look can look pretty good. I mean, I'm not sure if there's a red hat that you can have, but it's entirely up to you, good sir. It's entirely up to you what you want, unless you want no hat at all, and looking like Joey from Friends, the curtains. It's entirely up to you, mate. It's entirely up to you how you want your character to look. What I try and do anyway in these sorts of games, it's kind of something that I kind of took inspiration from. The fifth one down, is that for the hair then, I assume? Or is this for the hat? Because yeah, it's something I kind of seen other streamers do as well. The hat, you want the fifth hat down. Okay. Accessories, body shape, pants, clothes, cap. So the fifth one down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this what you're looking at? Lovely, lovely. Yeah, so it's kind of like putting people in from the stream into the game, which kind of allows people to kind of be a little bit more engaged within the game as well. Yeah, there we go. There, you're looking lovely there, mate. And then I say last but not least, you want to be looking at your facial hair. Are you? There's not that much to choose from actually. I was kind of hoping that you have like a little bit of a soul patch, big like grizzly beard. The pipe is sticking out your sticking out your top lip. Let's say beard, or just say a slight stubble. It's up to you, mate. It's whatever you want. You want the second one. Okay, so that was the slight stubble. Yeah, that's the slight stubble. Yeah, I think that's what we was looking for anyway. So yeah, this is you, mate. This is I say you are looking dashing. So yeah, cool. So I just want to make sure I've got all that. Cool. And now you are all. Oh, you look great. Right, so we've got the leader. So what we're going to do, we're going to send you on to HQ. Headquarters. We're going to go to ammunition production, and we're going to say Hooded Snake, and we're going to say that you're going to be away for 24 days, looking dapper. You're looking. That's what you're looking. So you're away for 23 days and 23 hours. Ammunition production, so that's going to be doing that. So we're going to exit out of HQ, and then we're going to have a look at the favours that we can look at. So specialised crew, and then what I will do is I'm going to say point into that. So what that will mean is when we come, when I come back onto the next stream, not on the next patrol, because obviously we have to wait 24 days. The patrol afterwards, we can then have you on the boat as well, so we're not limited down to the amount of people on the boat. So we're gonna say this. You know what? We've got the money. Let's go to the German Alps. So what we're gonna do? We've just done German Alps, so we have done the research. And you was going to be away for 24 days anyway, but then I think it's been limited down to about 12 days. So we're just going to allow this to go through. So then we can kind of get you on board there as well. So it only costs, I think, about 3,000 credits anyway, which is actually fine. So now we can have you on the boat with us. So the production's complete with this, so we can now... No one is at the pens, so we can just continue this. Is there any U-boats in the other pens? Just want a quick look, because we're there. I've not actually properly had a look around to see if there is. Oh, it's not one. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what's that? Is that a U-boat? No, it's a destroyer. There's a U-boat. I don't know what U-boat that is. And then is there a... Oh, there's another U-boat there as well. Okay, cool. Cool, let's have a look. So we're just going to go finish off the last 5 days of the vacation. And then we are going to pretty much call it there, so we can be ready for the next patrol in the next stream. So recruitment. So Hooded, you're in headquarters apparently. So let's have a say goodbye, and then we're going to go to this guy here. Let's go to the headquarters. Task completed. Ammunition was successful, so HE ammunition production increased, and AA ammunition is now available, and SS. So that is great. So let's have a look to see if anything else has opened up for us here. We do not have anything else lying around, and I don't believe we have any more reputation points. So we are, yeah, we haven't got many. We haven't got no reputation points now. So I'm going to go to recruitment.
Das kann deine neue Crew sein.
And we're going to have Hooded Snake on board with us. So you say you are only level 1, which again is fine. Skills, you don't have any skill points to use anyway, but that's, again, that is fine. So yeah, so we're going to come off that. We have got you as your Hooded Snack Air. You are now Canadian, eh? Hooded Snack, eh? So yeah, it's a bit. It's just off, like, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to finish up. We are all good. So, currently 6 sailors on duty. We have got 33,000 credits in the bank. Let's see what else is in the supplies. We have got this. Ammunition is being large caliber. Okay, so the deck gun, we do need more of these as well. And we're going to say that. So that's going to be 900. And we are going to say some... I'm going to say these as well, if I can. Oh, okay, I've hit that limit. I'm going to say these. I'm going to say 40, so we're going to spend 1,200 on there. Just because the these shells are loads better. I'm not sure what these do. I think these might just be so you can like illuminate an area, just to see if you can see the area a little bit better, especially around night time. I think that's what it's for. I can't really think of a way I would use them differently, but yeah. So they're AP rounds, and they are high explosive. Now, so what I'm going to do is, that's all good now. So we are all fully stocked up. We do have you, Hooded Snake, on the boat, and then we are going to basically leave it there for today. So we're just going to speed that day up. So we are currently sitting on February 20th, 1940. It's currently 10 to 9 in the morning. And we are going to leave the mission so we can select it for the next time. So I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've had a good time, as I have. It's been a really nice chilled stream today. So if you want to jump in the Discord, I say it is linked onto my channel anyway, so you can jump in there if you want. If you got any recommendations, say anyone who is like looking back at the VOD, anyone who does want to jump into the channel as well, just say drop us a follow, jump into the Discord or whatever, and just say hello. But yeah, hope everyone has a good rest of the day. I'm going to go and eat because I am a absolute chonk. And yeah, I'll catch you all very soon. Cheers, man. Cheers. I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. Glad you enjoyed it. So yeah, I'll catch you all very soon. So have a lovely afternoon.